So just a few weeks ago, you guys released the third and final EP, 7.3, the singles Melody and Sound. Um, I guess because we're already talking about Sekou, the song Fall Over has this killer snare sound to it. It's like there's something about the snare specifically on that song.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember anything like standing out in the studio at all? Like the drums sound great on all 15 songs, but there's like an extra amount of reverb on that snare, or he's hitting it hard. There's something going on in Fall Over with the drums. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember there being anything crazy. I know there were a ton of different snares to kind of go through, but
Maybe he
no, I
had a
don't
Red
really
Bull
have any.
before recording that snare. I don't
Yeah, I'm
know.
not sure. They do it. It's really cool to watch. You know, Ian's a big influence on drum sounds too, and you know, watching them and listening to what they say about getting sounds and how to do things. It's really cool. It's kind of limitless. It'd be tough to pinpoint what that actually was for me anyway.
So
That'd be more of an Ian question. He'd know.
I'll give him a call.
Yeah.
So the song Full Display, to me it sounds like a 12 string guitar is featured, at least
Uh-huh.
in the ending of the song. It seems to be pretty prominent. Are
Uh-huh.
are you a fan of 12 strings guitar? Like what 12 string guitar is there like a
Yeah.
specific time that's best to bring out a 12 string in a song? Like I
Um,
just don't
I
know.
actually the main riff is 12 string. I think it's two 12 strings that he used. We didn't do that live just because I don't know if we have enough, or it would just seem to sound better when one was kind of a little bit tighter, not in a studio setting where you can do it perfectly every time. Um, it's kind of fascinating. Ian uses the 12 string a lot. Like I think he was using it for 3 or 4 songs on the last little run we did. And, he really uses it in his own way. It's not, everybody, I kind of think of, God rest his soul now, Gordon Lightfoot. Like, I just think that what I think of when I think 12 string, and then you hear Ian do it, and it's like, oh, I didn't even know it could do that. Like, who would even, think for that sort of thing? So, yeah, it's his use of 12 string is really cool. I love using it. It's kind of when you put a 12 string through a huge heavy 2 4 12 rig set to stun, it's like, whoa. They have a distortion sort of in their own tone, and then you put it through stuff and it's like, wow.
Yeah,
It's
12
really
strings
cool.
have like this orchestral sound to them.
Yeah, which almost sounds kind of distorted, but yeah, like I say, it's kind of orchestral, which is kind of neat when you put that through something so heavy.
So
Yeah.
the single Melody and Sound, the opening riff, there's this clean guitar with like a little delay or something. To me, that's the Big Wreck sound. Like if you go all the way back to the first big singles on the debut album,
Uh,
there's it's hard to explain, but there's this sound that only Big Wreck has. It's clean, like clean notes with like a little delay on it or a little reverb. Do you know
uh,
what makes that sound? Is that a pedal? Is it a way of playing?
it's it's definitely just a way of playing for the most part, but I mean, I'm sure there's obviously some delays and uh, probably some a bit of reverb or something like that on it. Yeah, I think that one's in Dadgad. Like it's a lot. I think that Big Rex sort of sound is the use of open tunings, and like I said, nothing's a regular chord. Like if you figure out a song of theirs and you're playing regular chords, you're likely wrong. You know, it's always somewhere different. That riff starts. I think it's on the 12th fret, and it's like a digga 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 doo digga 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 doo, and it's just like open strings that if you just strummed it straight, it would have a totally different vibe than the way he kind of picks it, like digga 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 doo. That's kind of the coolness of Big Wreck, I think. And I think Brian was a big influence on that too, where you know, I think they would sit around and be like, okay, well, this song is just D and A, but what are some different ways of playing D and A? And they figure that out, and it's super cool. Like just it's like anything, you know, and you just switch it up a little bit, and it sounds like totally different chords, you know.